diagonalizations. Now, what is the diagonalizations? We have learned this. Okay, so a real square matrix is a diagonalizables if there exists invertible matrix P such that P inverse AP is equal to a D matrix, diagonal matrix. Okay, and what are the conditions for diagonalizations? If number of linearly independent eigenvectors of a matrix is equal to its order, then that matrix is a diagonalizables. So a n cross n square matrix is a diagonalizables if it has a n linear independent eigenvectors. Now suppose x1, x2 and so on xn are the eigenvectors corresponding to eigenvalue lambda 1, lambda 2, so on lambda and n respectively. Then P matrix is a whose first column is the x1 vector, second is the x2 vector, so on, and nth is the xn vectors. And D matrix is a diagonal matrix whose diagonal entries are these eigenvalues of A, that is a lambda 1, lambda 2, so on, lambda n. So this we have learned in the previous lectures. Okay, so that is called the diagonalizations. Now is the orthogonal diagonalizations. So orthogonal diagonalization is also diagonalizations, simply that P matrix should be a orthogonal matrix. So a real square matrix A is orthogonally diagonalizable if there exists a orthogonal matrix P such that P inverse AP, or you can say P transpose AP, because P is orthogonal, na? So in that case P inverse is equal to a P transpose is a diagonal. Got it? So what is the orthogonal diagonalizations? Okay, so in a diagonalization, if that P is an orthogonal matrix, and that is called orthogonal diagonalizations. So a real square matrix is called orthogonal diagonalizables if there exists an orthogonal matrix P such that this P inverse AP is a diagonal. So it is a so P inverse AP definitely it is equal to a P transpose AP. Got it? Now we have to find out that orthogonal matrix now P in a diagonalizations. So what is the orthogonal diagonalizations? Orthogonal matrix is a real square matrix whose rows and columns are orthonormal vectors. Whose rows and columns vector, you can write here vector now, whose rows and columns vectors are orthonormal vectors. Got it? Now what is the orthonormal vectors? Is these column vectors are mutually orthogonals. ये हमने पीछे किया था. Okay, means their inner product that is equal to a 0, means their dot product is equal to a 0. जो कॉलम वेक्टर्स होंगे उनका आपस में जो अब वो डॉट प्रोडक्ट सबका 0 आएगा, तो दैट विल बी ऑर्थोगोनल्स. एंड इफ देयर मैग्नीट्यूड इज 1 means they are all of a unit length, all column vectors or a row vectors. Okay, so column vectors are mutually orthogonals and all are of a unit length. Or row wise if you will say, so row vectors are also mutually orthogonals and they all are of a unit length. Then that matrix is a orthogonal matrix. Any doubt here? ये हमने पीछे किया हुआ है. Okay, orthogonal matrix जो पढ़ा था. So in that case, I have written this result also कि orthogonal matrix is a real square matrix whose rows and columns are orthonormal vectors. Orthonormal means they are mutually orthogonal to each other. Means their dot product, inner product that is equal to 0, and all are of a unit length. You know how to calculate the magnitudes, yeah, length of each vectors. So under root of a square of the first component plus square of second component plus so on square of the nth component. Okay, if it is an n dimension vector, so that should be a orthonormals. Any question here? Yes. Now next thing, so which matrix we can be orthogonally diagonalizables? So this is results is given by a spectral theorem. Spectral theorem says that every real symmetric matrix is orthogonally diagonalizable. So if your matrix is a real symmetric matrix, we are talking about the real matrix. Okay, if that real matrix is a symmetric also, then definitely that will be a orthogonally diagonalizables. Means in that matrix there definitely exists a orthogonal matrix P such that P inverse AP is a diagonal matrix. Got it? Now, method. How to orthogonally diagonalize your real symmetric matrix is your next questions. Okay. So we know how to diagonalize the means what's the procedure for diagonalizations of a real square matrix now. Okay, so here you have to do the orthogonally diagonalizables. So let's take a symmetric matrix. So real symmetric matrix example with the real symmetric matrix. So the example orthogonally diagonalize the matrix A this. So what's the procedure? Now this is also this is a real and a symmetric matrix. Okay. Is it a symmetric matrix? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the real and symmetric matrix. So by spectral theorems, definitely it will be orthogonally diagonalizable. Na? So now, what is the first procedure of the diagonalization? First, find out the eigenvalues of the matrix. So find out here the eigenvalues of A. So then write that is your first step. So write the characteristic equation of A matrix, that determinant of A minus lambda is equal to a 0. When you simplify this, you will get this equation lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 3 is equal to 0, whose roots are 3 and minus 1. Okay, so lambda is equal to 3 and minus 1 are the eigenvalues of A. Now next step, you find out the eigenvectors. जैसे हम diagonalize कर रहे थे वैसे ही कर रहे हैं. So find out the eigenvectors now for lambda is equal to 3 and lambda is equal to minus 1. Hurry up. जल्दी से कैलकुलेट करो. Lambda is equal to 3 and lambda is equal to minus 1 के corresponding. Yes. What are the eigenvectors? I'm waiting for your response. Okay. Now, let I will say कि first vector that is a 1 minus 1 na, corresponding to a lambda is equal to 3 na, or lambda is equal to 3. Okay. So 1 minus 1, that is your B1 vector. And for lambda is equal to a minus 1 was you are getting 1 1 vector. बाकी लोगों का भी यही आ रहा है.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is also 1 1. That is a 1 1 vector. That I will denote it by a B2. No, is this B1 and B2? If you will write in a column wise, so you will get a P matrix. जैसे और diagonalizations में हमने किया है ना. Okay. Now this P matrix is not a orthogonal. This P matrix is not a orthogonal matrix. Is it an orthogonal matrix? You can check this. This is not an orthogonal matrix, na? 1 minus 1, 1, 1. Is it an orthogonal matrix?
No, sir.
Is it an orthogonal matrix?
No, sir.
No. Okay? Because P inverse is not equal to a P transpose. Okay? So this is not an orthogonal matrix. So we have to constitute now the orthogonal matrix. Okay? Corresponding to this. So for that, we will constitute now here b1 and b2 vectors na. We will constitute the orthonormal vector corresponding to this b1 and b2. Got it? That is your next step. अगर हम ऑर्थोनॉर्मल वेक्टर्स निकाल लेंगे इनके कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग उन वेक्टर्स से जो हम p मैट्रिक्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे, दैट विल बी ऑर्थोगोनल मैट्रिक्स. एम आई राइट? In case of an orthogonal matrix, their column vectors are orthonormals, na? Got it? Orthogonal matrix, their column vectors are orthonormal vectors, na? इसी से. Am I audible? बताओ, अब सही है?
Yes.
Hello? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now these b1 and b2 vectors, इनके corresponding जो matrix generate हो रहा है p matrix, that is a 1 minus 1 and 1 1. That is not a orthogonal matrix. Okay. But we need the orthogonal matrix. Okay. So now how to construct? We will construct the orthonormal vector corresponding to this b1 and b2, because b1 and b2 they are not a orthonormal vectors ना. तो इनके corresponding जो matrix बनेगा वो orthogonal भी नहीं होगा. तो अब हमें b1 और b2 के corresponding orthonormal vectors निकालने हैं. So that is your next step. So that will be we will construct the orthonormal vectors, the by Gram-Smith process. Got it? So Gram-Smith process in a linear algebra is a procedure to find out the orthonormal vectors. Okay. So now in this case, so eigenvalues are distinct here, and उनके corresponding जो eigenvectors हैं, they are, if you will see, they are orthonormals, because उन दोनों का dot product that is a 0. So they are orthonormals. Orthonormal है ना? Both eigenvectors are orthonormal to each others because their dot product, inner product, that is equal to a 0. Here you can see inner product of b1 and b2, that is a 1 into 1, first component of the b1 vector into first component of the b2 vector plus second component of the b1 vector into second component of the b2 vectors. So that is equal to a 0 here. So therefore b1 and b2 are orthogonals. So they are orthogonals, but they are not orthonormals. Okay, because their norm, their magnitude of each vector b1 and b2, that is not equal to 1. 1 आ रहा है इनका norm क्या आएगा norm? What should be the norm of b1 and b2? Magnitude of b1 and b2. Yes. What should be the magnitude? Sorry. b1 का magnitude.
√2.
Yes. सॉरी, मैग्नीट्यूड कैसे निकालते हैं वेक्टर का? बट इन दिस केस b1 और b2 का मैग्नीट्यूड क्या है?
√2.
अंडर रूट 2 ना, इट इज अंडर रूट 2. ओके, सो देयर मैग्नीट्यूड इज नॉट 1, बट दे आर orthogonal to each others. b1 or b2, they are orthogonals because their inner product, or you can say this dot product, that is equal to a 0 here. Okay, they are orthogonals, but their magnitude is not 1. So we will normalize these vector. Then the new vectors will be a vector with a unit magnitudes. So we will normalize these vectors. अब b1 को नॉर्मलाइज करने के लिए b1 को इसके नॉर्म से डिवाइड कर दो, इसके मैग्नीट्यूड से डिवाइड कर दो. Then you will get a new vector, that is a u1. So u1 is equal to a b1 divided by norm of b1. Okay, so that is equal to a, so now magnitude is under root 2, so b1 divided by under root 2, that is a 1 by under root 2 and minus 1 by under root 2. Similarly, so corresponding to b2, you will get a u2. u2 is equal to b2 divided by its norm. So it is equal to this new vectors. Now what is the magnitude of u1 and u2? We will calculate its magnitude. The magnitude of u1 is also 1 and u2 is also 1. Am I right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
And their inner product, or you can say dot product of these two vector, if you will calculate u1 dot u2, then it is equal to a 0. 0 आएगा ना, जैसे हमने v1 और v2 का कैलकुलेट किया अर्लियर. तो u1 और u2 का डॉट प्रोडक्ट और इनर प्रोडक्ट, that is equal to a 0 here. First component of u1, that is a 1 by under root 2 into first component of u2, that is again 1 by under root 2, plus second component of u2, that is minus 1 by under root 2 into second component of u2, that is a 1 by under root 2. So it is a 0 na.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so their inner product of u1 and u2, that is a 0, and their magnitude is of both the vector is a 1. So it means u1 and u2 two orthonormal vectors. They are orthonormal vectors. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So v1 or v2 के corresponding we have construct the orthonormal vectors u1 and u2. Okay. Now we will write the new P matrix with this u1 and u2. Okay. So that matrix will be a orthonormal matrix. So I will denote that by a P cap. So next step is that to construct the orthonormal matrix. So that orthogonal matrix. So that orthogonal matrix whose first column vector is the u1 and second is the u2. So now this matrix is a orthogonal matrix because its column vector are mutually orthogonal and all have the magnitude 1. u1 का magnitude भी 1 है, u2 का magnitude भी 1 है, and u2 and u2 they are mutually orthogonal because their inner product is a 0. So now this matrix is orthogonal, and definitely in this case P cap inverse is equal to a P cap transpose के equal आएगा. So that is equal to a this value. Transpose, how to calculate this? First row will become the first column and second row will become the second columns. Therefore P cap is the orthogonal matrix. Now by using this orthogonal matrix we will calculate the diagonal matrix D. So D is equal to a P cap inverse into AP is equal to a P cap inverse P cap transpose into AP is equal to a this product. So now if you will calculate this product, is it equal to a this matrix 3 0 0 minus 1? Calculate करके देखो. Yes. Is it equal to this 3 0 0 minus 1? So this product is correct, na? So this matrix 3 0 0 minus 1. So this product that is equal to this matrix 3 0 0 minus 1 diagonal matrix. Okay. So what does this mean? So it implies that your A matrix is orthogonally diagonalizable. Okay. It is orthogonally diagonalized. Now is it clear what is the orthogonally diagonalized? Yes. Is there any doubt? बाकी स्टूडेंट्स क्या कर रहे हैं? कुछ पूछते नहीं, कुछ बोलते नहीं है. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछ सकते हो आप. You can ask the questions. Okay. If it is clear, then next is a quadratic form. Now what is a quadratic form? Quadratic form. So let X be an arbitrary vector in Rn space. Rn space means each components, it has a n components and all are reals in a vector X. So X is a be an arbitrary vector in Rn. And suppose its component are x1, x2, and xn. Okay, of this vector. So this is a column vector. Okay, x1, x2, and xn. That's why transpose is written here. So real quadratic form is an homogeneous expression of this form. Q, that is equal to a double summations. First is corresponding to I from 1 to n. Second summation is corresponding to j from 1 to n of a, I, j and x, I, x, j. This homogeneous expressions. This is called a real quadratic form. It's called a real quadratic form. Okay. This is a homogeneous because here the degree of each term, that will be a 2 here. Okay. So if you will open these expressions, you will get it is equal to a a11 x1 square plus a1 2 into x1 x2 plus a n1 into x1 xn plus x2 x2 square plus x2 3 plus a2 3 plus a3 2 into x2 x3 plus so on a2n plus an2 into x2 xn plus next term क्या आएगी? Next will be a a33 x3 square plus a34 plus a43 x4 x3 x4 plus so on a3n plus an3 into x3 xn plus so on. At the end you will get ann xn square. So in which total power of each term is 2 here. Okay, so that's why it is called a homogeneous expressions. So this homogeneous expression, this is called a real quadratic form. Okay, and you can rewrite this in a matrix form also here. X transpose, this is your x vector, column vector. The transpose of that column vector, so x transpose into x. So this matrix multiplications will give you this homogeneous expression, this real quadratic form. This is called a real quadratic form. For example, 2x1 square plus 3x1 x2 plus x2 square. Now here power of each term is a 2 here. Okay, so this expression is a quadratic form here. Similarly, second example, x1 square plus 2 times x1 x2 4 x3 plus 6 times x2 x3 minus 5 x2 square plus 4 x3 square. Okay, so degree of each term here is a 2. So power of each term, total power of each term is a 2 also. Okay, so this is called a quadratic. This is called a quadratic form. Now here this A matrix, his elements are aij, means a11 a12 a13 and so on. So these are the, so this matrix is known as the coefficient matrix. Here A is known as coefficient matrix. Okay, now this we can represent this quadratic form with a symmetric matrix. Okay, so that is called a symmetric matrix representations of the quadratic form. Symmetric matrix representations of a quadratic form. matrix representation, symmetric matrix representations of a quadratic form. So for any n cosine matrix A, we have a quadratic form corresponding to that. That quadratic form can be represented by a symmetric matrix. Can be represented by a symmetric matrix. So, for example, I will give you first one example here for a quadratic form. Suppose you have this X transpose A of X, and X transpose is a X1 and X2, and A matrix is 1, 4, 4 minus 3 into X vectors. X vector is your column vector, X1, X2. So that is equal to a x1 square plus 8 x1 x2 minus 3 x2 square. Another example, X transpose AX. So in this case, A matrix I will take as a 1, 5, 3 minus 3 into x1, x2. So that is equal to a x1 square plus 8 x1, x2 minus 3 x2 square. Okay. So similarly, you can take a 3 cross 3 matrix A. So the quadratic form corresponding to that matrix you can write. This B matrix, then X transpose CX. Suppose we'll take a 3 cross 3 matrix. Yes? Not visible.
No, sir.
Okay. Yes, I will check. X1 square plus 2. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. So quadratic form is clear. What is that real quadratic form is this homogeneous expressions in which the degree of each term, a power of each term is a guna. Okay, which you can rewrite this quadratic form in a matrix form as a X transpose AX. Na? Okay, so this A matrix is called a coefficient matrix, and these are the some example here. So now I will take some of the example corresponding to some matrix A. So corresponding to A, if you will calculate, suppose A matrix is a 1, 4, 4 minus 3. So if you will calculate the quadratic form corresponding to this coefficient matrix A, so it will be a X transpose AX. So now X is a X1, X2. A matrix is this 1, 4, 4 minus 3. Then you will get this quadratic form, X1 square plus 8 X1, X2 minus 3 X2 square. Okay. And then another matrix B, 1, 5, 3 minus 3. So corresponding to this B matrix, the quadratic form is X transpose BX. So which is equal to this X transpose is a X1, X2 row matrix, and this is your B matrix, and then X matrix, that is a column vector X1, X2. Now it is equal to X1 square plus 8 X1, X2 minus 3 X2 square. And now if you have a C matrix, which is a 3 cross 3 matrix, so correspond, and that matrix is a 1, 2 minus 2, 2, 2, 5 minus 2, 5, 3. So corresponding to that matrix, if you will constitute that quadratic form, it will be a x1 square plus 2 x2 square plus 3 x3 square plus 4 x1 x2 plus 10 x2 x3 minus 4 x1 x3. Okay. So now here at the end you will see this quadratic form. Okay, so corresponding to that quadratic form, your coefficient matrix is not always symmetric. Not always symmetric, na? Yes. But you can write a symmetric matrix representation of this quadratic form also, which is definitely equal to this X transpose AX. Okay, so that symmetric representation, suppose your A matrix is n cross n. Okay, and so you can write it's a symmetric matrix representations. So suppose A is any, you write down A is any n cross n matrix. If it is a n cross n matrix, and then we have this X transpose A into X. Okay, that is equal to a one another quadratic form X transpose B into X, where this B is equal to a 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose, and then B is a symmetric matrix, where B is a symmetric matrix. Okay, so in these examples, the coefficient matrix is not symmetric corresponding to this quadratic form. Okay, in each quadratic form you will see it is not always symmetric. In a first case it is a symmetric, but in a second case the coefficient matrix B, that is not symmetric. In a third case it is a symmetric. Okay, but it is not always symmetric, na? So corresponding to this, you can construct a symmetric matrix. So that symmetric matrix here is equal to this B matrix. Okay, so this X transpose AX, which is the quadratic form corresponding to a matrix. So that is equal to a X transpose BX, where B is equal to this matrix 1 by 2 A plus A transpose. This is not inverse, this is a transpose, A into A transpose. Okay, and which is a symmetric matrix. Now अगर इसका proof करना है, so I will tell you otherwise in the next lectures, no, if you're interested for that. Okay, so this will be your symmetric matrix. Now can you find out the symmetric matrix corresponding to this quadratic form in this example? 2x1 square plus 3x1 x2 plus x2 square. Is it possible? So in this example, x1 square plus 8 x1 x2 minus 3 x2 square, where the A matrix is this. So if you will calculate it's a symmetric matrix, again you will get the same matrix here, na, because it is a symmetric already. In a second example, x1 square plus 8 x1 minus 3 x2 square. Here the coefficient matrix, that is a B, which is not a symmetric. Now calculate symmetric matrix. You got it? What is the problem here? What we have to calculate? Yes. हमारे पास जो क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म दिया हुआ है, इसके कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग यू हैव टू राइट डाउन दिस कोएफिशिएंट मैट्रिक्स व्हिच इज द सिमेट्रिक, so that this transpose this Bx, that will again remain the same quadratic form. Yes, how will you write this B matrix here? In a second example, this your A matrix is this 1 5 3 minus 3, जिसको हमने B नाम दिया हुआ है. Okay, this is your A matrix, coefficient matrix, but now it is not a symmetric. Okay, and it will constitute this quadratic form x1 square plus 8 x1 x2 minus 3 x2 square. Now can you write this symmetric matrix corresponding to this? Yes, बी मैट्रिक्स कैलकुलेट कर लो 1/2 इंटू ए प्लस ए ट्रांसपोज। तो मैं लिख रहा हूँ, सॉरी, कैलकुलेट करो। Means yes, means corresponding to each quadratic form you will have a one symmetric matrix such that x transpose bx is equal to that quadratic form, and that b will be a symmetric matrix. Okay, just you calculate this symmetric matrix. I will write here something and then I will tell you. Okay, now calculate that symmetric matrix. Is it visible to you? No, is okay. Now, is it visible to you? Yes. Okay. Now we have learned this quadratic form. So quadratic form is this real quadratic form is this homogeneous expressions. Okay, and we have rewritten it as x transpose ax. Now, okay. So now if I will set a Bij, a new matrix Bij, which is equal to Aij plus Aji divided by 2, whose ijth element is equal to a Aij plus Aji divided by 2. Okay, then now in this case Bij is equal to Bji, definitely yes. एक नया मैट्रिक्स में सेट कर रहा हूं, उसका ijth एलिमेंट इज इक्वल टू aijth एलिमेंट ऑफ a मैट्रिक्स प्लस jith एलिमेंट ऑफ a मैट्रिक्स डिवाइडेड बाय 2 के इक्वल है. So then Bij equal to Bji, therefore B is a symmetric matrix. Got it? And further Bij plus Bji, इसका वैल्यू क्या आएगा? Aij plus Aji के इक्वल आएगा ना? हमने एक नया मैट्रिक्स सेट कर रहे हैं B मैट्रिक्स, ijth एलिमेंट इज, गॉट इट? सो दैट B मैट्रिक्स विल बी सिमेट्रिक एज पर दिस कंडीशंस. हमने नया मैट्रिक्स ऐसे सेट किया, A मैट्रिक्स से सेट कर रहे हैं. ओके, सो दैट मैट्रिक्स विल बी सिमेट्रिक एंड Bij plus Bji is equal to Aij plus Aji. So it means this quadratic form, now what it will become? A11 किसके इक्वल आ जाएगा? इसके अकॉर्डिंगली A11 किसके इक्वल आएगा? A11 इज इक्वल टू B11 के इक्वल आएगा. B11 क्या आएगा? A1 ही आएगा ना, A11 आएगा. B22 क्या आएगा? A22 आएगा. B33 क्या आएगा? A33 आएगा. तो अगर मैं यहां पर A11 को फिर B11 लिख सकता हूं. गॉट इट?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
बोलते नहीं. A22 को B22 लिख सकता हूं, ANN को BNN लिख सकता हूं. And what about this A12 or A21 as per this criteria? Okay, so A12 or A21, that is equal to B12 plus B21. तो जहां पे ए लिखा हुआ है उसको हम बी से कंप्लीटली रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं, आप कि नहीं कर सकते हैं? इस क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म में कर सकते हैं?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this quadratic form hence finally can be rewritten as this quadratic form Bij xi xj. Can it? Can we do this? Now is it correct ना? ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
हमने एक नया मैट्रिक्स सेट कर दिया ए से और उसके कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग जो क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म है उसका नया फॉर्म बन गया, और यहाँ पे कोएफिशिएंट मैट्रिक्स जो आएगा दैट विल बी अ सिमेट्रिक नाउ. Now by this rules, now can you find out the symmetric matrix corresponding to this quadratic form in this example? 2x1 square plus 3x1 x2 plus x2 square. Can you find out that symmetric matrix? इसको कंपेयर करो ओरिजिनल क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म से. a1 क्या है? 2. a12 प्लस a21 क्या है? 3. and a22 that is a 1 in this example. Okay, now here in this example a11 is 2, a12 plus a21 that is a 3, and a22 is a 1. Now write down the symmetric quadratic form in a symmetric form. So write down the B matrix here in this case. यार मैं तो लिख रहा हूं बट मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं, मुझे पता है नहीं दिख रहा है, बट यू टेल मी नो व्हाट विल बी द बी मैट्रिक्स. मैंने आपको बी मैट्रिक्स बताया, बी मैट्रिक्स क्या होगा इसमें. सो बी मैट्रिक्स के B11 क्या आएगा? दैट इज द A11 and which is equal to a 2, and B22 that is a A22 that is equal to a 1. And what is B12? B12 as per this definition is the A12 plus A21 divided by 2. So A12 is a 3 here. Okay, in the example, so it is a 3 by 2. So similarly, what is a B21? That is a A21 plus A12 divided by 2, that is again 3 by 2. So therefore, in a symmetric form, this B matrix will be a 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2 and 1. Okay. यही आएगा ना? Now is it clear? Okay, कि corresponding to a given quadratic form, we can find the symmetric matrix representation of the quadratic forms. Okay, so we can find a symmetric representations. So where the symmetric matrix will be evaluated in this way. Now, is there any doubt? Yes.
No, sir.
Okay, so in the next class we will discuss about the canonical form. This is ICN. Just wait, I will take your attendance. Roll number 1 present, 2 present, 3 present, 4 present, 5 present, 6 present, 10 present, 13 present, 14 present, 15 present, 16 present, 18 present, 23 present, 24 present, 29 present, 30 present, 31 present, 33 present, 35 present, 37 present, 38, 40, 42 present, 48 present, 50 present, 51 present, 54 present, 55 present, 56 present, 58 present, 59 present, 64 present, 65 present, 66 present, 73 present, 74 present, 76 present, 84 present, 90 present, 91 present, 92 present, 95 present, 95 is 95 present, 96 present, 97 present, then 100, 101 present, 102, 103, and 104. Okay. Okay, so now you can leave the class.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.